Hello, welcome to today's episode. This is what? 20...
20,
No,
right?
No, we're way past 20.
25.
Like 28, at least.
You know what's better than 24?
25.
25.
I'm Kale. This is Sam. We might look a little different here. We actually are in a new kind of setup. Trying it out. Yesterday was kind of a hectic shit show because we were trying to figure out how.
There's the table.
Yeah.
We built this table and we were trying to make it work with it. And
With the original setup.
With the original setup, yeah. And that just wasn't going to work out too well.
No.
So this works out well, though. I like it.
Today is Sunday. Usually we should have an episode out by now, but things have kind of came up to where we kind of had to push it back a little bit. But that's all right. At least we're getting the episode out. Sam, how was your week?
Good. Busy.
Good.
As usual.
Same.
How was yours?
A lot of stuff to do this week. A lot of stuff haven't gotten done in typical Kale fashion. But today we're going to be talking about my trip from Canada. Next week, I think we're going to be doing snack reviews of Canadian snacks that you haven't had. I've had.
Can you teach me to football?
Yeah. We also got the games on in the background. We got a mounted the TV up on the wall. Things are going to be changing around here, I think, for the good. You know, today I texted you. I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of proud of ourselves. Like, things are starting to go as planned, as what we want it to be. We got some mics coming in soon. We don't have to use these chest mics all the time, but they're always going to be backup or when we're out of, doing something.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in the sports world? Do you know?
Big Red lost their first game this weekend.
We'll touch on that too. Yep.
Yeah.
That was.
Outside of that, I mean, NFL games, first slate of NFL games just got through this Sunday. Packers won. They're 2-1 now. Malik Willis beat his former team, the Tennessee Titans. My prediction, Will Levis will be the next quarterback to get benched.
I'm going to have to go with that. Don't forget to check out our new series called Who'd He Got. You know, I think this week has probably been interesting. There's been some upsets so far. I ain't going to get more into detail because I don't want to spoil it.
Right. Through the first wave of games, let's just say he's doing okay. I'm doing kind of shit. He's a good, I'm a little shit.
I'm probably going to go 3-0 again. Or 3-0.
We'll see how it finishes out. We might tie. Who knows?
Yeah.
Then what?
We'll have to figure something
We'll
out.
have to fight to the death.
Over the shirt.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Something. Break a straw.
A wishbone.
Wishbone. Oh, man.
Bigger end doesn't need to wear the shirt.
No. Sports world news, there was a big controversy I saw this weekend. I can't remember what it was. We talked about Bryce Young getting benched last week.
We did, yeah, Bryce Young. We talked about that in one of our Who You Got episodes.
Did you know his girlfriend also broke up with him in the same week?
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's gotta stay,
So that to me sounds like gold digger.
Yeah.
Shocker, right?
Loses his starting job and then his girlfriend dumps him, man.
Yeah. Oktoberfest was this week in our town. I didn't go to it. I was too busy working and I got off work late. And the Lions looked like they just scored a touchdown.
They were close. Montgomery? Is that Montgomery?
He's in.
I think he's the better back in Detroit over Gibbs, personally.
Yeah.
I like Gibbs. Gibbs is good.
Gibbs is still young.
Montgomery's just more consistent.
Yep. Oh, actually, speaking of Detroit Lions, did you know Dan Campbell sold his house because of the last week's loss?
No, I didn't know that.
And the reason is because
you did tell me
over
that.
Security concerns.
Yeah,
because everyone was throwing like stuff at him, like death threats and stuff, and that's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
Oh,
they didn't score, so now they scored.
Yeah.
Yep. Good running back, underrated running back.
Yeah.
And probably one of the most underrated running backs in the league, David Montgomery.
Yeah, a lot of people forget about
out
him.
of Iowa State.
Probably one of the best players out of Iowa State.
Well, I mean, they got two good running backs in the league now with him and Breece Hall.
Yeah.
And the Jets also won their first, well, not their first game, but their first home win with Aaron Rodgers against the Patriots on Thursday Night Football this week.
They did.
So they're trying to change the culture around there.
I just loaded on my computer here, and I just saw a funny Facebook post here from our friends over at Agent Life Media Group, is our brand. It said Caleb Williams will go down as the biggest bust in NFL history. I could agree with that.
We'll see.
I think I think our predictions too on our Power Hour has kind of been It's been all right. It's been some surprise people.
Yeah.
Some people disappointing, and some people are just all right.
I mean, Derek Carr through the first 2 weeks is looking like an MVP. Sam Darnold is 3-0.
Yep.
I saw this post actually. It said, if you don't think coaching is everything in the NFL, you haven't been watching Sam Darnold. You haven't been watching Malik Willis. You haven't been watching Justin Fields. Like, those three guys are playing good this year, and it's because they have different coaching situations right now.
As I've always preached it. I've always preached it on Power Hour. I've also always preached it on, just talking about players in general. A lot of players don't do well because their teams don't trade them. They don't go to different teams. And I like how the loyalty is there for them. But sometimes people just thrive under better coaches.
Yeah.
Everyone's
it's kind of funny how right now Caleb Williams is struggling and Justin Fields is 3-0.
Yeah.
In Pittsburgh right now. So,
and I mean, that could have been a whole organization problem too.
I just think the Bears don't know how to develop quarterbacks, and I think Caleb Williams can still develop, get it done if he humbles a little bit.
Yeah.
And when a star quarterback tries to give him advice, he doesn't just shrug it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. He wasn't trying to little bro him at all.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else. Like, I was paying a lot of, I had a good eye on the sports world this week, and my memory just sucks ass.
You got to start taking notes, I guess.
I know.
But I don't know. I mean, it's NFL Sunday right now as we're recording this.
Well, as of today, Caitlin Clark, I had to look it up because I don't feel like I'm prepared, but Caitlin Clark won the Rookie of the Year. Oh, you know what? I actually was before today. I got out of getting ready to go to Dollar General in our town. I told Maya, you know what? You're gonna be surprised that I say this, but I think women's sports this year has really thrived, from basketball to volleyball.
Yeah, I think basketball and volleyball for sure. Something we should do. I hadn't even thought about doing for NFL. We should do maybe like a mid-season thing, predict our NFL award winners, like MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year. Stuff
for
like that.
A power hour or something.
Or kind of like a power hour type of thing, but not really rankings. Power rankings is more just predictions on who we think's going to win.
Speaking of
the awards.
Speaking of power hour, there's actually one that I think would be awesome to do. What is the best football food?
Okay.
So you got a list of 10 foods, you rank them wherever you want. So with that, I mean, I feel like that's gonna be a lot of agreeing to disagreeing on it. So say what if I like this plate of nachos versus your, I don't know, hamburgers.
Yeah. No, I like that idea. It is.
Everybody celebrates football a different way.
We'd have some disagreements probably.
Yes.
Favorite beverages too.
Well, yeah, you could go so far with power hour. I mean, it doesn't have to be sports. It could be anything, really.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Technically, yeah.
Anyway, we're going to get into this more of the episode. Let's talk about Husker football. What'd you think?
We kind of discussed, we obviously discussed it a little bit after the game Friday night, but
a lot of disappointment from
we kind of beat ourselves, but on the same token, Illinois came out and they were just a more physical team. They wanted it more. We had a lot of stupid penalties. Illinois was more physical. It was just all out. We just didn't perform when we needed to. And like I've said before, the truly good teams, the truly great teams, find ways to win those games. And I saw an interesting stat. Matt Rule, we all thought Scott Frost was terrible in one-score games. Matt Rule's 1-6 at this point.
Yep.
So he's really not doing much better in that category. But I'm still drinking the Rule-Aid. I still think he's the one, but
Is it red?
he's not as he also is struggling in those close games, just like Scott Frost did. But yeah, it's just overall, we just couldn't get out of our own way. The turnovers, and it's really just defense. Like our defense did not perform well either.
So yeah, like Rule has lost 5 straight one-score games.
Yeah, I saw somewhere he was like 1-6 in one-score games.
But you know what? You think about it. I don't understand how there's a curse. It's like no coach can win a one-score game when they get to Lincoln.
Yeah, I saw like a list, and Bo Pelini had a decent record in one-score games.
Last night I was watching the Bustin' with the Boys podcast. They had Bo Pelini on there like a year or two ago, and it's like listening to him. It's like he was never the problem.
No,
it was a lot of shady shit. It was a lot of.
It was upstairs. It was front office type stuff.
Yeah, it was. It was people started talking, and there you go. They just, I don't know.
We could go all day on that.
There's this tweet. I'm actually going to start doing it when we start talking about Husker football a little bit. I'm going to find the most ridiculous tweets about Huskers. One guy said, "I'm done with Rule after today. His presser saying we didn't make enough plays at the end. Please. He lost us this game, and he failed to take any responsibility. I'm done with him."
I'm done with him, dang it.
Like,
dude, you got to...
People like that make me hate Husker football. Because
they don't make you hate Husker football. It's they make you hate certain Husker fans.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Twitter is so powerful these days, and social media in general is, these kids that want to go to school are going to see this.
Yeah.
This tweet has had 44.3K views. So how the chances of a recruit seeing that are pretty high.
It's just insane because like it's a double-edged sword because like on one side it takes time. It takes time to build that winning culture. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take years in some aspects. But on the other side, we've been going through this how long? And at some point, you got to find out how to win those close games. You got to finish. You got to play hard. You got to finish. And you got to find a way to beat the other team. If you're a truly good team, if we want to be considered as one of the ranked teams, one of those truly great teams, we have to learn how to finish those games and win those games and make those plays when it matters the most. And overall, Illinois they wanted it more. They were more physical. And yeah, there were some bad calls. We did have some bad calls. That's just part of the course when it comes to football in general. But at the end of the day, like we can't write it all off on that. Like we could have played better.
And I don't know. I mean,
and the same thing with Dylan Raiola. Like
it's crazy to me that a lot of people blame this game on Tony White and they want him canned. It's like, dude, it's just one game.
Yeah, I know.
Like how many times he's been great last
year. Those are your overreactions.
Yeah, dude, I swear we are one of, if not the best fan base of all time.
Yeah.
Which I know people are gonna not like to hear me say
top
that.
Top 5, top 10 for sure.
Right. We might be one of the greatest of all time, but we're also the most toxic of all time. And it's
for
so
sure.
Fucking fair weather fan. It's always a fair weather fans. Yes, fair weather fans. That's what you are. Because you watch some games, you don't watch. You watch, you don't watch.
Right.
You just want to be part of the crowd because
people want instant gratification. They want to instantly be good without they want to be part of the result. They don't want to be part of the process. Right. That goes for so many things in life.
Yeah, and people say like, I can't wait to watch Husker football. They don't watch till about halfway through. Dude, we suck. and we're like 5-0. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
If we suck, we would be 5-0. Or if we're 5,
It's the people that don't pay attention.
4-1,
and another
3-2
thing,
is still okay. But
yeah,
it's the little things that matter on the football field. Yes, we have to fix them. I get that, but sometimes it just doesn't happen over the year. And guess what? At the end of the year, that's when we start firing people. We get new people in.
Yep. I have one more thing to say about Dylan Raiola. I think he honestly played a really good game. He missed that one deep throw to the tight end late in the game. That would have been the game-winning touchdown most likely. And we need to quit treating him like he's some sort of god. We got to remember He's 19 years old. He's a true freshman. Okay, he is spectacular. He's super talented. But at the end of the day, he's still a 19-year-old kid, freshman in college, fresh out of high school. He's going to make mistakes every now and again. He's going to miss some throws.
That's right.
You can't put it all on him. And when our offensive line doesn't block at all in overtime, what do you expect him to do? You know, that's not his fault.
The only thing I don't agree.
And he doesn't play defense either. Defense was trash that day.
The one thing I said instantly is the play calling. It was probably the worst play calling in overtime I've ever seen in a football game.
Yeah, didn't even try to establish the run.
The O-line collapsed at the end. They just gave up.
It seemed
and
as such.
But yet again, we have Mazuka out, and then we have Conklin that was out during the game who got hurt.
Tommy Hill was out too.
Yep, that's a big defensive loss. Yep. But the only thing I did not like what Raiola did, and I guess you can call me what you just said, but to me, he looked like he just stood there. He froze. He fell under pressure. I know he's probably played overtime, but I think when he finally got the ball, he tried scrambling around. He tried. But then at that last play, he just stood there and just trying to find somebody. Nobody got open, and he didn't do anything. He just stood there. Like, he could have done something.
Yeah, I mean, he could have, but I don't know, man. I don't know if you put that on him even.
No, and I'm not saying he is. It's just I wish he would. I just think he froze. He just had that.
He might have froze a little bit. Yeah. He'll eventually, it'll get there. He's only going to get better. I think this game was important. Like, even though we lost, it's a character builder. Yeah, for sure. Like, we're going to learn from it, and I think we're going to go into next weekend, go into Purdue, and kick their ass. And that's what I think was going to happen. I think this loss is going to light a fire under our ass. Like, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were. Or I think we are that good, but we just didn't play like it. And we played undisciplined football.
Yep.
Bad. Didn't manage the game.
Let's talk about that defense, though. Like, again, it's not all on Tony White. It's one bad game. He usually is pretty good at his defense. I don't think he's gonna, he's not gonna go from here and then down here.
Yeah. We'll bounce back.
I just think sometimes our secondaries need a little bit more work.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like our secondary is either not too fast or they've just given up.
It just seems like too many times, like, they get caught in like a bad position, and there's just a wide open receiver flying down the field,
just like that.
Or the D line and the linebackers are just getting pushed around and they're running it all over us. Northern Iowa even did that a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say Northern Iowa. We just were making Northern Iowa look pretty good, which they are pretty good in their own perspective in the FCS.
Touchdown Marvin Harrison Jr. And it's buffering.
Anyway, again, Tommy Hill. I mean, when he first came to Lincoln, I thought he was kind of a cocky little dude, but he kind of has seemed like he's grown up.
Yeah.
And gotten better.
Yeah.
He wants to make himself better. I think he's a good player now. But I don't know. I think defense could probably have done something better.
Totally.
I just hate. I think we're a great first half team, but we're still not fully a great second half team.
No, we're not.
No, and we've even seen that against Colorado. We've seen it against UTEP. We've seen it against Northern Iowa, and we just saw it last past Saturday.
Yep, definitely this past Saturday, because now we're 3-1. So
yeah.
But anyway, want to get into the main topic of the video?
Yeah. Oh boy, I was in Canada. I was on a vacation, so
his homeland.
Yeah, some of you don't know, most of you know, I'm a Canadian. I moved here in 2004 at the age of 4 or 5. I don't remember exactly. Probably 5. Um, we've been living here since then, and we finally went back after 10 years. Um, I don't know. We went back to where I was living, and then it was kind of weird because like I saw places I grew up around, like things like started popping in my head, like, oh yeah, here's this place, or here's this place.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of disappointing to see like the neighborhood that I grew up in just kind of take a shit. It was kind of sad.
Like it just like isn't.
It's just not well taken care of as much.
Mm.
People don't mow their yards. People don't, and I have no reason to talk about that, but hey, I have a reason. I get bitsy.
Oh.
But um, the town itself is, I don't know. It was a good time, nice seeing family. I don't mind going to Edmonton all the time, but just sometimes it's like, oh, I've seen this before, or like, they have the West Edmonton Mall, and the West Edmonton Mall is made of the people that made the Mall of America made West Edmonton Mall first, and so if you go to both of them, which I have, they pretty much look like copycat malls,
Similar.
just Mall of America smaller.
Really?
Yes. But it just seems like West Edmonton Mall now is just a bunch of like a mall for rich people. Kind of.
Yeah.
The flights were good, except for coming back. That was kind of almost a shit show.
Not like the Oregon trip.
All I gotta say is WestJet, get your shit together, because it's ridiculous that I get charged twice, $55.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. When you
And
told me
then go
about
to
that.
the airport, get charged a third time just to get added luggage.
Yeah.
And just for it to fall off a week later, which is still good. I got my money back, but it's just, and then they lie to us, like, oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, no wonder you guys are going on strike. You guys are just a joke.
Yeah.
My Minneapolis airport, I didn't slow down. I kept up.
But you were in the lead, weren't you?
Yeah, I was the leader.
You weren't chasing me.
No.
Like we were in the Denver airport.
No. We went to the mountains. We went to the Banff National Park. We've seen Banff, Alberta. We've seen a lot of mountains. I mean, we went on a gondola for the first time in my life. Scary as shit.
Was it fun?
Yeah, but scary as shit.
Yeah.
Because I sat the opposite way. He's going up like this, and you're looking down like, oh, fuck. My dad was laughing his ass off. I said, ha ha ha. This, you might be laughing now. I'll be fucking laughing when you got a broken nose. It was pissing me off. Because he knew I was freaking out, like I was, dying.
Were you really like being like freaking out?
I was kind of like just nervous as fuck, like. And then we were going down. My mom
I might die.
Yeah. I was like sitting there looking at the cables, like, what if he just like, ugh.
Yeah,
No.
something like that can always happen too.
Yeah.
Even on like roller coasters and stuff like that.
Planes and stuff, and what else? The places we stayed, that we actually stayed in, first time for me staying in an Airbnb. I actually like it. I kind of like that more than hotels. They're kind of.
You stayed in Airbnb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Airbnbs are pretty nice. I got to see my grandma's house again. Got to see some more family there, and got to meet some new family. And there was a lot of foods and stuff I hadn't had a long time, but it was kind of weird because McDonald's had some different items, and like other places had different items. And I finally had Tim Hortons again, which is my favorite coffee place. And a lot of people say their recipe changed because it has, and it kind of tastes different now.
Is it better or worse?
Worse.
At least you're honest. I've never had it before.
It's literally like they sold out like Starbucks.
Yeah.
Man, it's cold here. I'm gonna say, what else? There's a lot of stuff I probably am not gonna talk about, but that's all right.
Yeah.
You know, it was nice seeing my grandma. I haven't seen her in a long time.
Yeah.
Hmm. I don't know. Oh, I brought a bunch of snacks for next week. So next week, I think we're still to go. We're gonna go try them, and Sam's never tried them. I think Zach has never tried any.
Mm-hmm.
Should be a good time. Quick little episode. I don't know. I was kind of, when I was there, I was like thinking about like, dude, I kind of want to go on another trip with Sam and Maya, but Maya's going on. She's going on a cruise next June, so she can't join us if we go anywhere next year.
She's going on a cruise?
She thinks.
Who's she on a cruise with?
Her mom and family.
Cool.
I don't do boats like that.
Yeah, you told me that.
Mm-hmm. Which is all right. I get to be by myself and enjoy my own time. Yeah, where do you want to go?
Mm-hmm.
I thought Oregon again.
Oregon would be fun again. I would love to go back up to that area. I would give Seattle another shot too if we wanted a road trip there. I'd give it one more shot.
I would stay a little longer.
I'd want an actual like itinerary of things to do. We just kind of went there free balling it.
Wish it went all right.
It went fine. You know, it was cool to go just to say I've been there. It was a fun trip overall. That was a fun time. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going there. I don't know if they'll be having powerlifting worlds there again anytime soon, but you know, they do have them at some cool places once in a while, and if I decide to do it again, qualify again, could be another cool trip. But it doesn't have to even be just for that though.
Yeah.
Canada, I mean, I don't even think Canada. I mean, I wouldn't mind going there. I would need a passport though. I know that.
Yeah, it wouldn't take you long. It wouldn't be that expensive.
Yeah.
It's like $200 when I got it. A good time to get it is during the winter time because nobody's going anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of different places. I mean, I love traveling. I want to do more of it.
You know what I want to do, actually? You know them, like, RVs you can rent, like Cruise America?
Oh, yeah?
We should do something like that, but it's like $100. It'd be like $90 to $100 a day.
Go back to Wisconsin?
I don't know if I do an RV up there, though.
Would you want to go back?
We've talked about doing the Packers game again.
Yeah.
We are going to the Wisconsin game, I think.
I would like to go to another NFL game at a different stadium.
Yeah.
Because that's Lambeau Field, which is my favorite, and
I want to go to Chiefs, Arrowhead.
That was honestly probably the second one, but you probably want to go to the Lions though.
Yeah.
Ford Field. But it was cool to say the first NFL game I've been to was at Lambeau Field.
Well, like Brody and I were talking about the other day, I probably got the tickets at the best time.
Yeah, you did. Because they were
best seats.
They were really expensive as it got closer. Yeah. Because it was basically a playoff game. But
it was worth the 8-hour drive.
Yeah.
Was it 8 hours? Or 10?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I would personally I would rent a car this time.
Yeah.
Not take our own personal vehicles.
Yeah.
I know for damn sure my pickup would not make it up
there again.
Yeah. She dying a little bit. But it's all right. We'll get it fixed. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to do a trip with you and Maya, but it's like trying to find time for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can schedule it whenever. It's gotta let me know. I mean, I just gotta put in my time. That's all.
Same.
But
well, we also agreed when we were in Canada, we're not gonna go if we ever want to go back. We're not gonna visit our hometown. We're gonna go like to BC or Ontario or explore Canada more.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to New York.
Yeah.
I got friends out there.
Honestly, that's even the same. Like if we went back to Oregon, I'd like to. We did some exploring, but like we could even do more.
Mm-hmm.
And actually like go hiking and stuff.
I did a lot of hiking in Canada.
Did you?
It sucked.
I love hiking.
I know you do.
I would have loved to do some of that in Oregon, and that's what I would like to do if we go there again.
When we were in the mountains and we went in the gondola and we got up there and we're just looking around, it was icy because it's colder up there.
Yeah.
Some old lady fell and hit her head on the wood step. It was bad.
You watched it happen?
I heard it. I turned around and she was on the ground.
Some old lady fell and hit her head on a wooden step.
Yeah. She fell on her back.
Was she okay?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Her husband wasn't next to her.
They didn't have to call an ambulance or anything?
How can an ambulance get up there?
Well, I don't know. Like
It would have to be a helicopter.
not an ambulance, but I mean, like, you know what I mean.
They probably
They have to call paramedics or anything.
They probably would have called them, and then they would have probably met him down at the bottom of the gondola.
Yeah.
It was like $80 just to go up there.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
Yep. It was worth it to me.
What was your favorite thing you did up there this time? What was your number one thing? Top 3 things.
Food. Number 3.
Food's number 1.
3.
Number 3, okay. Number 2.
Just drive around that town to see what's changed, and
Yeah.
good or bad.
Taking in the little things. Yeah.
And the mountains probably number 1.
Okay. Mountains are so cool.
What's weird about Canada? They really don't believe in ACs because our place we stayed didn't have AC.
They probably don't need it really.
No, it's cooler
up there. That was cool about Oregon was the mountains, and even when I've been to Utah, traveled to Utah for a work trip like 3 years ago. That just seeing the mountains then was really cool.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at my phone, seeing if it was going all good, which it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't have much to talk about it. I mean, I pretty much think I said everything I need to say about it.
Sounds like fun. Sounds like you had fun.
Yeah.
We all need little getaways like that every now and again. Lord knows I need it. Soon, hopefully.
I'm always willing. I'm always ready to go on a vacation, a small vacation on the weekend.
I know.
I'm always ready. But yeah, this was a pretty quick episode.
Yeah, good one.
I think next week we're gonna record Tread and Stacks.
Yep.
I don't know what else we got planned for. Still working on the studio a little bit here, or I guess
keep trucking along with the Who You Got stuff. And
yeah, that's always going to be
staying up to date on the football season, NFL and college.
I think what we're going to do, we always record every Tuesday, and we're going to try to come out Wednesday or Thursdays.
Yeah.
Usually after we record it, I go and edit it right away. And I personally, not being biased, but my favorite part about that is either the logo or the custom ticker I make.
Mm-hmm.
And I add the sports betting, which I don't know much about sports betting. I'm getting better. I would like to add somebody in there. We could do a special report and be like, hey, here's this, blah, 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 blah. Here's a spread. Here's this, who we think. But
you got anyone in mind?
Huh?
Anyone in mind?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I thought you had someone in mind to do that.
Like, I asked him. He never answered me back.
Oh, gotcha.
And the other one is not that good. He just does little bets, and that's all right.
Gotcha. All right.
But I've actually been thinking about other ideas that I haven't told Sam yet. But this was probably going to be one of our second quickest episodes, which is all right. You know, I don't know. I just like talking.
Yeah.
I like the free ball episode. This was more of like a free ball episode anyway. But yeah. Anything else?
Check out TNT Boys on all social media platforms, Agent Life Media Group, all their podcasts.
Yep.
Touching Base, Talking Dirt, Uses Assumptions.
And ours. And
And TNT Boys and TNT Boys.
They suck.
Yeah,
They're terrible.
fuck those guys.
Terrible.
TNT Boys. Who you got? Power Hour.
Yep. That we're gonna do another Power Hour eventually.
Yeah, mid-season, right?
We're not. I don't think we're that mid-season yet.
I thought we were gonna do it mid-season.
It'd be like week 8.
Yeah,
because we're on
that's mid-season.
We're on week 4.
We're in week 4. Week 3, yeah.
Week 3.
Yeah, we still got a ways yet.
Okay.
Till mid-season.
I thought you said like making it seem like next week. Like, wait a minute, buddy.
No, I said at mid-season, and that's like in another 5 weeks. Okay, peace out, bye.